What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to Picking a Fight. I'm Latch, and today we're going to be looking at UFC Fight Night Strickland versus Imavov. We're going to be looking at the short notice replacement, Sean Strickland stepping in for Kelvin Gastelum against surging prospect Nassourdine Imavov. But before we get started, don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't. We put out videos like this for every fight night and pay-per-view, so if you're looking for content like this, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out. And let's hop right into it. So we got number 7 ranked Sean Strickland taking this fight on short notice. He is 25-5. He's 31 years old. He's 6'1" with a 76-inch reach. And he's coming off back-to-back losses to Jared Cannonier and Alex Pereira. And he's going against Nassourdine, the Russian sniper Imavov, who's ranked number 12. He's 12-3. He's 26 years old. He's 6'3" with a 75-inch reach. And he's currently on a 3-fight win streak over Joaquin Buckley, Edmund Shabazian, and Ian Heinisch. This fight will be at 205 at light heavyweight because it is a short notice fight, especially for Sean Strickland. He's taking this basically on 5 days notice. Yeah, Imavov's coming in as a slight underdog at plus 170, while Strickland will be the minus 200 favorite as of right now. But, you know, Imavov, he's an orthodox striker. He likes to bounce and stay very light on his feet. He does train with Fernando Lopez, who also trains with Cyril Gane, and they kind of have a very similar style and feel to their fights. You know, almost a karate-like stance with very low hands. You know, they like to really keep it bouncy, very light. His striking is very crisp. You know, his 1-2 is absolute money. You know, he's going to be looking to land that all fight. His punches are very straight, you know, very, very fast. He is kind of tall for middleweight at 6'3". You know, he's going to be a little taller than Strickland. I think his grappling has improved since, you know, he first got into the UFC and got submitted. You know, he has looked better, and it kind of, in my opinion, he can use it as a weapon now. That's how much he's improved and how quickly. You know, it must be in his blood since he's Dagestani. You know, he will be facing a very different opponent. I think a much harder matchup stylistically, in my honest opinion. I think he went from this fight being a very good test for him to this being a very important fight for Imavov. I think if he can skip the line and jump all the way to number 7 and, you know, kind of get his name, put his name in the mix for the title, this is a big, big jump for him. But, you know, Sean Strickland, I think he's a very different striker than Kelvin Gastelum, even though they're both strikers. He will be taller. He's 6'1" compared to Kelvin Gastelum's 5'9", and his reach is also 76 inches compared to 71 for Kelvin Gastelum. You know, he fights very tall and upright. He does fight behind a very fast and active jab. I think it's probably his best weapon, to be honest. I think he does a really good job of managing the distance as he evades, moving backwards and out of danger. I think he might struggle with the movement and speed of Imavov. You know, I think this is a very, very close fight. I think the winner in this fight will be by decision, and I think this will be one of those slower type of fights, considering both guys kind of like to keep their distance. But I think whoever pushes the pace a little more is going to probably win this fight by decision, and I think that's going to end up being Nassourdine Imavov. I think he's going to be pushing the gas a lot more since he's the one that has, in my opinion, the most to prove. And he's always eager to fight. You know, he's always talking. If Sean Strickland says something to the fight, I have no doubt that Imavov is going to return the favor and talk, you know, a little bit of himself. He's kind of a showman himself as well. So in that aspect, I think this fight will be entertaining. But I think we're going to see kind of a chess match because both guys have a much more reserved striking style. But I'm going to have to go by Imavov by decision. But let me know down below what you think. Do you think I'm underestimating Sean Strickland? Do you think he has the perfect style to mess with someone like Imavov? Let me know down below. And yeah, it's going to be a great night of fights. Do not forget to tune in. And I'll see you next week for UFC 283, Teixeira versus Hill. But until then, take care.